Hello gorgeous people. So this is Chatterwitch Wednesday. So I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Suze Crystal Wolf, Suzanne, and today we're going to talk about the first sets of cards I ever bought, and they were the Medicine Cards by David Carson and Jamie Sams. This is a new extended version. I say new, it's been out for absolute years. The first set came with less cards and it was a red book, and I updated my set years later. So I think I bought the set in about 1994-ish, something along those lines. I don't know. I'd always loved animals. I didn't go for a tarot set. I just didn't want a tarot set at the time. I think I may have been slightly apprehensive about tarot. I wasn't into witchcraft at the very beginning. I was very apprehensive about anything like that. I'd been brought up on Hammer House horror films and Dennis Wheatley, The Devil Rides Out, and I wasn't religious in any way, shape or form, but I had preconceived ideas about witches and the devil and all of that sort of thing, until I had the most amazing experience in a bookshop where a book flew out at me, and I may have said this story. I often repeat myself, so I do apologise if you hear the same story over and over and over again. But a book flew off a bookshelf at me, and I'd been told by the meditation teacher I was working with that if a book comes off a bookshelf, you have to buy it because it's basically spirit shouting at you. And it was on witchcraft. And to cut a long story short, in case I have bored you with this story before, I bought the book, took it home, freaked out when I got it home, showed my husband and said, "Oh my God, look what I've bought." And he said, "Well, read it." And I did, and it was Silver Raven Wolves, to ride a silver broomstick, I believe that's what it's called. And the cover that I got was like a sort of a not a cartoon, but sort of illustrated cartoonish witch on a broom riding across the sky. I know the cover's changed over the years. And I loved the cover. I thought it would make a good tattoo, actually. So I bought it. So I got it home and sat that evening gingerly opening. And yeah, that was it really for me. I realised that the devil was a construct of the church, and that witches didn't believe in the devil, and it just changed my whole perspective on everything. And I'm ever grateful for Silver Raven Wolf. And the other thing I'm really grateful for are Jamie Sams and David Carson's. So I bought these cards, the original set, and I absolutely love them. I love the stories. In there you've got the Native American bits from Jamie Sams, because she is Native American, or partly, I can't remember now actually. It was just lovely. And I read in the book that she'd done a set of cards herself, which were the Sacred Path cards, so of course I had to have them. And I've been working with these for a while, and I really connect. I think because I connect with animals, and actually I can go through every single card here There's no writing on except for the name of the animal, and I can tell you exactly what word is for every single card. I learnt them that much that I know the key words for each card. Dragonfly, illusions, otter, women, women's play. Oh, now I say it, now I can't remember that one, so that's funny. Antelope is stealth, is action. Grouse is spiral, dance. Badger is aggression. Dog is loyalty. Hummingbird is joy. Armadillo is boundaries. Raven is magic. Hawk is the messenger. Wolf is the teacher. Opossum is going to be another one I'm going to be stuck on. Oh goodness, it's popped out of my head. Mountain lion is leadership. Buffalo is abundance. Eagle is spirit. Moose is self-esteem. Horse is power. And I'm not going to... Prairie dog is retreat. I'm not going to go through them all. And obviously, I used these for years and years and years and years. I don't use them that often anymore, although I did do a reading for a lady a couple of months ago, and I used these Sacred Path cards and a set of runes. Brilliant reading, and I do always gravitate back to them. Maybe because I spent so much time learning them and stuff, and at the time I did read the book. I know a lot of people say, oh, don't read the book. Let's look up what opossum is. Diversion. I'm pretty sure it is opossum. 129, 120, oh, not far enough. 129, 120. I've gone too far now. Oh, goodness me. There it is. Diversion. Thank goodness for that. I thought I was losing the plot. And what was otter? 69. There we go. Otter. Oh no, it's 65. Women medicine. Goodness me. I was women because it's about play and stuff. Anyway, so the story is I had them and I wanted to get the Sacred Path cards. So I went into our local bookshop and this was on the shelf, the Sacred Path workbook. I was really, really excited. So I picked that up and no set of cards anywhere. So I went to the counter and I said, I want this book, but do you have the cards? And they said, no, they're being reprinted. There's a new print run. Do you want to order them? So I thought, well, yes, I do. So I ordered them, took this book home and read it and read it and read it. Waited weeks and weeks. The cards didn't come. Went into the bookshop and said, oh, I ordered these cards. And they said, yeah, they're coming from America. They're being reprinted at this time. And, you know, we'll get in touch with you when they come in. So again, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks passed and went back in and they said, no, you know, they've got to finish the print run. Then they've got to be shipped because they were coming from America. Anyway, this went on. It ended up nearly a year. I'm pretty sure it was nearly a year, at least 8 months, something like that. It was such a long time. I was getting so annoyed. I knew the cards. I knew them before they were even in my hands because I'd just gone through this book and just kept reading it. And eventually I got a phone call. The cards are in. I've never been so excited in my life. So these are the cards, the Sacred Path cards. Now these do have a keyword on. So unlike the medicine cards, and in the workbook, she's got lovely spreads to do with both sets of cards. So this is a lovely book that came with the cards. Now I don't know what is the, oh, this was 1990. That might have been maybe it was way back before I thought then. Well, that's interesting. So it's a lot longer than I thought. I'm sure, unless that was the first print run. Anyway, so I started working with these two together, and oh my goodness, they're just amazing. And the spread that I do most of the time, I do my shuffle, and if you watch the runic video on doing the rune cards, I explained in there that I always shuffle the cards, and when I feel that they're done and I get a sort of a stop, I put them down and then I cut them into 3 piles. And this one actually is telling me to do another pile, which is interesting. Okay, and then I put them back together with the pile that I want to read on the top, and the same with the medicine cards. So shuffling away. So I hope everyone is good, everyone is fine. We've had some very strange times with the sun doing lots of extra solar flares, big flares, and we've had Mercury go back. That's the pile I want to read. Back retrograde. Oh, we've had so much going on in the universe, haven't we? And it's been quite challenging for a lot of people, the energies, and people are, you know, feeling different things, and it might be emotional, it might be physical, all sorts of things. I was doing a meditation last night, and I've got a torture instrument called a bed of nails, which I absolutely love, and it really helps my fibromyalgia. And yes, it is painful. It's a bit like a tattoo. Is a tattoo painful? Yes, it is. I'm covered in glue and all sorts of things. So I did, like last night, about an hour, maybe more, on my bed of nails, just listening to some singing bowl music, solfeggio singing bowl. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely amazing, and I just felt great afterwards and really lifted and shifted. And anyway, back to the cards. So I'm going to show you the spread that I use near enough all the time, which is 3 cards at the bottom. This is called the TP spread. I hope this is all in focus. I don't want to get up and check the camera. If it's not, I really apologize. I'm going to have to pull them down. So you have 3 cards, then 2 cards, and then 3 more cards at the top, 2 to the side and 1 in the middle. And what these are this is your past, this is your present, this is your future possibilities, this is the structure needed, this is the medicine you can call upon, this is the prayers already being answered, this is the challenge, and this is the victory at the top of the TP. So what I do is I lay these out in this TP spread, and I start by reading the sacred path. So I've got rites of passage, I've got change. This is in the past. This has been ongoing for me for quite a while. And I think, again, for the collective, we've got so much change going on in the outer world, and that does affect us in the inner world. And, you know, there's a lot of people on their spiritual path who are who are finding lots of change going on for them in so many ways. You might give up something and start something else. But anyway, so that's the past card. That's just a quick overall. Then I take the card off the top of the medicine card. So I've got my medicine cards here in a pile next to me, and I do it individually, so I don't put them on top, I just add them as I'm going along. So we've got Ant, and Ant is about patience, and I think that's the thing with change. Sometimes you want change to happen fast and you've got to have the patience, or as things are changing, everything is mixed up, you know, you feel out of sorts, out of kilter, and you've got to have the patience. You've got to have the patience to know that change is inevitable. You can't hide from it, and you've got to have the patience to go through the change process how it is. You can't speed up things that aren't meant to be sped up. You have to go through the process as it is. So that's the past ones. Then we'd go on to the future, the present. You know, I did this in the video with the runes. I kept getting the present and the future all muddled up. So we've got the Vision Quest card, seeking and finding. So at the moment, if I'm not, I should be seeking and finding new endeavors, new things on my path, new ways of seeing, new ways of being. So it's a big vision quest. Now, what I loved about these cards was that I could read the stories, or, you know, the Native American stories, and you learnt so much that as I was using these cards daily, which I was, I learned so much. So much of my spiritual foundation literally comes from these two sets of cards. It really gave me such a strong foundation. I'm not Native American. I don't follow, and obviously nowadays we've got the cultural appropriation out there. I mean, I probably mess up quite often because I say smudge, and we're not meant to say smudge because it's cultural appropriation. But for me, it's respect. I'm not going to say I'm saging the room, because I feel that I'm honouring the Native American tradition by saying smudge. But, you know, it is a grey area, and a lot of people do get upset by it. But anyway, I learnt so much, and I can never ever thank Jamie Sams and David Carson's ever enough. So I want to know what medicine, because the you know, the medicine cards, that's what they are. The animals are medicine. They help us. They are our allies. They, you know, like if we were using plant allies, if we were using tree allies, when we're using the runes, I mean, we don't cross it over. Again, you know, medicine comes from the Native American traditions, but the runes are medicine. They help us. And I was listening to Maggie's, and she was interviewing Katie Gerard the other day on our Half Space, and I love Katie Gerard because she's the one that really opened the door for me with the runes again. And Maggie asked her about, like, you know, because she'd learned in Wiccan tradition and stuff, and how did she feel about blending her stuff together, and she said that she doesn't have a problem, because what you know, you can't not unknow. So when I've got all this information of these books here in my mind, whenever I do stuff, I do blend it, because it is part of what I know is what I know. So let's take a medicine card, and we've got Turkey. And Turkey is about giveaway, because the turkey is seen as giving the whole of itself. I mean, obviously, if you're vegan, it's not really what you want to hear, but the turkey gives of itself. It gives everything. And people say, well, it doesn't, it's farmed, and, you know, but let's not get into that sort of thing. Let's just do it on a spiritual level like this. And So it's about you know, using that medicine. Give the whole of yourself to your vision quest. Give the whole of yourself to what you want to achieve and do and bring into the future, and open up, you know, the doors you want to open up, what you want to do. So you're using that turkey medicine, you're using that energy of giving all of yourself. Don't keep any of yourself locked away, you know, and the good, the bad, the ugly, bring it all in, because the whole of you you know, gives the flavor and the energies to everything that you're doing. If you're keeping bits of you to one side, even if it is shadow aspects, it doesn't matter. You just bring it all in. And so that's the present moment. So present moment is, I need to be really visioning, I need to be looking, I need to be searching, I need to be on all levels, on the physical level, on the spiritual level, on the emotional, all of the levels. At the moment, I'm in a really, really creative art space, and I'm working on an altered book, and I am looking at my pages and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, they're just mad and abstract and weird and all over the place. But I'm giving the whole of myself. I'm giving into it. I'm doing weird stuff. I've got like a butterfly on one spread, and it's a photograph of a butterfly from a book, and I've put a lady's head on it. So very random, weird, but I love it. And you know, so I'm giving over to my sort of art magical child self. Like a child would do anything. They don't care. They don't think, well, you can't have a woman's head on a butterfly. They would go, yeah, I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. So that's the present moment. Now, the future possibilities. Now, when I was started off working, people would do past, present, future, and people would say future is not set in stone. So never say future, always say future possibilities. So that's what I do. Future possibilities, because the future can change. We can change it. We can move in a different direction. You know, I could stagnate now. I could not do this. So that would change that card. So future possibilities. Oh, and we've got the sun dance, the self-sacrifice, give over. Now the sun dance is a ritual where they would have like a big pole, and they would have like hooks in them, and they'd be tied to this, and they would dance. And you know, it's like give over to the whole of yourself. So it's like, I'm going to have to sacrifice some stuff. Is it that I'm gonna, if we look at the art that I've just spoke about, am I going to have to sacrifice that people might laugh at my artwork? Am I going to have to get over that, not care, just do what I want to do, be me? Let's have a look at the medicine. Oh, we got lizard, and lizard is about dreaming. So, you know, dreaming things into fruition. So let's say I'm going to get further by using my dreams, what I want to do, how I want to do it, and not really caring what others feel about my art and stuff, or what I'm doing. I've just got to be me, and you know, the fullness of me. And if that's quirky and weird and whatever, just go for it. I've got to, you know, sacrifice parts of me to bring my dreams, you know, or use the dreaming energy to do that, to move forward. So let's look now. I don't know whether I said, but this is called the teepee spread. So this is the structure. So this card, these two cards, really important. The structure needed to bring about these change and these movements and everything. And we have Hioki. So we have the trickster. I get him often. You know, it's about laughing at yourself. It's about not caring. Let's just do what we want. And if we're getting too serious, you know, so say I put out a picture of my art and I don't get one like. I mean, I don't get really on here. You know, I'm doing these YouTube videos. I've done this would be the 60-second video. I don't get many likes. I did say in the beginning that I wasn't going to ask for people to like it, but obviously your videos don't get shown if you don't ask for likes. But you know, 13 people may watch it, one person has liked it. So that could be disheartening. You know, that's sort of about your ego and, you know, am I bothered? Do I care that people don't put up a like? You just gotta not take stuff seriously. You know, we're playing this game of life, and you know, just if you do take stuff seriously, if you're so worried about what people think, and you know, no one's liking my videos, do they not like them? Are they not good? Do I need to change them? You know, the trickster will come in and he will knock you off your feet. That's what he does. Yeah, and this is scary. This is what I love about these two sets of cards. We've got Coyote. And what is Coyote? He's the trickster. So I've got double trickster energy in the structure needed. So if I'm going to take myself too seriously, if I'm going to take my art too seriously, whatever it is, I'm going to end up on my arse, basically. So, you know, structure needed is to loosen up, lighten up, you know, let it flow, just be me. And that's that. And you know, now the second card that I feel is so important is the medicine we can call upon. So we're calling upon this is the structure needed, and this is what we need to call upon. And we're calling upon Great Smoking Mirror. It's about reflection. So again, you know, we've got a bit of that ego-ness there. We've got, you know, looking in the mirror is what you see in the mirror, you know, the real you. So it's about, again, really going deep and being you. So we want to call on, again, sort of almost the all of me. You know, don't leave bits behind. Don't worry, because the trickster will trip you up if you start getting too serious. And really look and look at reflections from others, you know, the mirror thing. You know, just try and be more of you and call that in. And we've got Raccoon, and I can't think of his word, which is really ridiculous. It's not going to come to me. He's about being I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to get it wrong. That just shows you how when you stop using something, your brain does start to die off at some point. Or maybe it's the cards that I didn't get very often. You know, Generous Protector, there it is. Ta-da! So with the Raccoon, now it's come to me. With the Raccoon, you have like a troop, and you have one who stands guard while the others forage for food, but they always bring him food or her food because you know, then because they're doing the protecting of the troop, they're looking out for anything and stuff, so they do they are respected. So with this, in what I needed, it's like, you know, maybe call on people that if I am feeling out of sorts, or if I am feeling that you know, if I have a bad day and I feel that my art is rubbish and I'm not going to do it anymore because no one likes it, you know, are there people around me? Is there, you know, my tribe around me that I can go to? And do I have someone who will protect my you know, my self-esteem and help me sort of you know, connect to that again, and you know, before the trickster is going to trip me up and make me fall over. So, or do I need, do I need to be that? Because we've got the mirror, so we're mirroring. So there may be someone around me, and I might be called upon. It might be my medicine to be called upon to be someone else's. So that there's a lovely. We're in the half month of Gibo, the rune of reciprocity and giving and receiving and stuff. So there's a bit of that energy there with those two, and that's the medicine I can call upon. I can call upon that. There is tribe around me. There is a generous protector around me. So that's there. So now we go to prayers already being answered. I always love this card because it's already happening. Okay, so we got 42, hour of power, ritual of joy. So you can go out and you can do a ritual to find your hour of power. All of us have an hour of power within the day, and the Native Americans would go out and they would sit under a tree or somewhere in nature, and they would sit for the whole day, for the 24 hours, and they would wait to find that energy within them where it just is boundless, and it's your time. And normally there's like a crossover with like when you feel the most sluggish. And if you look at that, so say you suddenly feel sluggish at 3 in the afternoon, your hour of power could quite be 3 o'clock in the morning, where you feel that energy. So there's that, but it's the prayers already being answered. I am connected to my energy, the ritual of joy. And if I look at doing my art, that really gives me joy, and that connects me. And then it's like the energy just flows through me, because like anything, if you're doing something you hate, your energy gets drained, you feel negative, and that's not a good thing. If you're in the moment, when we say, or like you're doing something you dislike, and the hours drag on, it just like seems it goes on and on. And if you're doing something you really love, it just goes in a flash. You're just like, oh my God, where's the time gone? So that's my prayers being answered. I am connected into that time. Oh, and I've got 18 links, which is secrets. So, and I would say that because my prayers being answered at the moment I feel like I'm getting lots of downloads. I feel quite connected in. A few weeks ago, I was on that strange energy road of, road, and we were in the half month of Rado, so that makes sense. But I was on this road of like nowhere, nothing, strange, weird energies. But at the minute, I'm like, fired up, and there are whispers around me. There is excitement in the air. There is stuff going on, and I can feel that. Most hated card, bless it, because we need it probably more than any of the other cards. We got the challenge card. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, it's not much of a challenge. We've got the 25 powwow, so we've got sharing and quickening. It may be that in the challenge position, I'm not sharing with people. Maybe I've isolated myself instead of connecting in with people and getting their ideas. And because the great powwow is when all tribes got together and they shared stuff, they shared information. But I wouldn't say that's much of a challenge for me at the moment. I'm doing Yggdrasil Path course, and I mean, we're having a powwow today. We're getting together to talk about what we've been doing on the course, how it's going, what is there stuff we want to talk about. So we're interconnecting. So I'm not quite sure why that's a challenge, other than my time at the moment, because I'm using up my hours of power to do a lot of art, and that is isolating me. So maybe it's just a little, it's not really much of a challenge. It's just a little teeny bit to say, woo, be a bit careful. Don't isolate yourself too much. You do need some connections and stuff with people. And I've got 38 frog, which is about cleansing. So strange in the challenge. So maybe, oh, hang on, maybe I need to cleanse some of my sharing. Maybe I don't need to share some stuff. Maybe I need to cleanse some people or things that I'm sharing. Maybe I need to look at that. So that's just a little bit of a cautionary thing there for me to look at. I might need to go a little bit deeper into that. And then we got the last card, which is the victory at the top of the teepee. The victory pole. Oh my goodness, what a card. And I've got 18, whirling rainbow, unity and wholeness achieved. Now, when you're doing a reading like this, none of this is set in stone, because I can go off in so many directions. So this unity, the whirling rainbow, is only there as the victory if I work in this way, in the way the cards are showing us. So if I do, and if I follow, and if I look for my challenges, if I make sure, you know, the structure's needed to be light and see the funny side in life, if you know, all those things that the other cards said, as if that is the case, then this will be my victory at the top of the teepee, my whirling rainbow, everything whirled together, everything coming together, and you know, a more holistic thing. And we've got Turtle, which is Mother Earth, and you know, that for me says that my connection to everything is still deeply rooted in Mother Earth. And if I go through all this, then my connection is getting stronger and deeper as we go, and I'll be, you know, having the whirling rainbow around me and achieving that unity and wholeness with Mother Earth and nature and everything. So just a quick go through. Yeah, I just wanted to share these because, like I say, for me, these cards really built my foundation to my spiritual practice, and they still hold true for a lot of what I do. Like I said, I mean, I could literally go through all these cards and know every single one, and we've seen today that some of them have been a bit of a challenge and I couldn't remember them. And that's probably because I'm not using them as much as I used to. Maybe there's a bit there that I should maybe use them again and get back into them and do readings and stuff. So that's good, because they definitely worked with using my runes with them, or even though you wouldn't think they would. But yeah, so that's just a little video to come on today. Yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good Wednesday, the rest of the day.